Hello, it's Dave, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not in the greatest of spirits. So, yeah, bit of a different video to normal. As you know, I took the car in to get MOT'd, probably already gathering from my tone that it's not gone particularly well, but it didn't fail its MOT. But bit of a backstory first off. 2 years ago, when I set about making my first RX-8, I contacted the DVLA and I said, I want to change the V5 from petrol to electric and get rid of the emissions so that the car tax, or the VED, whatever it's called, vehicle excise duty, will be zero. I wasn't really worried about the savings about it. I was more just wanted it to be right. They sent me a very nice letter back very quickly, to be fair, and said that due to some 2001 legislation, or sorry, it wasn't 2001, due to some legislation that any vehicles built after March 2001 can't be reclassified of their fuel type and emission levels. So I was okay, fine. Wasn't really that worried anyway. Tried, didn't get it. Doesn't matter. I'll get it insured. I'll get it taxed. I'll get it MOT'd, and off we go. So went to the MOT station on Thursday, as you probably are aware. And first thing the MOT station asks is, sorry, the computer system, not the people, is confirming number of cylinders and capacity of the engine. But of course, they needed to answer zeros to those, but the system wouldn't allow them to continue when they put zeros in, because there was a mismatch between obviously what it thinks the car is and what the car is. So they couldn't proceed. Now, they could have proceeded by lying to it, but of course potentially could lose their MOT license. I potentially could be driving in a car that had an invalid MOT, and then potentially is that invalidating your insurance, etc. So not worth the risk, you know. So unfortunately I had to take the car home. Didn't fail its MOT. Actually, they did about half the MOT before they touched the computer, and it was all looking great. I drove it there, drove it in the rain, all fine. They drove it into the garage, fine, and I drove it home. So I've got the situation now whereby I've contacted DVLA again and said, hold on guys, one thing telling me that I can't change the V5, but no one mentioned I wouldn't be able to MOT it. And they said, oh yeah, send evidence in and we'll look at it. So I've sent evidence in and heard nothing, so I contacted them again today. They've not had my email. They then put me through to a new department that deals with these things. Kits and rebuilds, the department is. They basically said, no, we don't deal with this. Great. So emailed him what I wanted, and what I actually want is I don't really care about the V5. I just want to know how I get the vehicle through its MOT. You know, just get it through so I can tax it and get it on the road. I've left them with that question. Now, since then, I'm a member of lots of forums online, but I must admit I don't frequent them. I don't really spend a lot of time on forums. I thought, you know what, I best get on there and have a look. I'm a member of a couple of WhatsApp groups of guys, you know, the London EV guys in particular, and, you know, the stories out there are looking pretty horrific for people in the same boat. Even worse for some, in that they managed to sneak their vehicle registration through the DVLA, get the car registered, have been driving it as electric, and the DVLA are now taking those registrations back, issuing an original one saying it's diesel or petrol, and they're asking for money as well, asking for the tax that's due from all the tax that hasn't been paid. So I'd imagine those people are then going to bump into the fact that they're not going to be able to get their vehicles MOT'd when it comes to MOT time. So those vehicles that are on the road now that have been converted have probably got less than a year left before they're not going to drive them anymore. What a disaster. I mean, I'd never expected any of this, to be fair, and there's a mass of people who are in the same position as myself. So I've contacted my local MP. I'm going to hassle the DVLA daily until they give me some way of MOTing the car. I'm going to attack it slightly differently. I get the legislation, not sure I agree with it, and there's other legislation that seems to contradict it, but put all that to one side. That's the way that DVLA are interpreting that. I just want to get it MOT'd. Don't care about the V5. The two might go hand in hand, but I'm just going to try and attack it from a slightly different angle, because I'll pay the blooming 250 quid tax or whatever it is on the car, a year if I need to, if I get it on the road. That's fine, I'm good with that. So I'm a little bit down, you know, I've done all this work. The car's amazing to drive. I mean, it is such a hoot. I just can't, it's brilliant. I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to put the bigger inverter in it as well to get about 30% more power. I'm now like, well, meh, what do I do? You know, I can't go anywhere with it. I can't do anything with it. So here I am doing a video, and I don't know when the next one will be because I've got this baby sat there and I can't do anything with her. So I'll probably carry on doing some testing, charging, discharging. There's a bit of that to do. I haven't done the cooling system for the motor yet. Do I put that in? Do I really put more effort in when I might not be able to use it? I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you updated when I hear more, and thanks for all your support.